Boom. And we are live with another episode of the Brownwater Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Cates.
It is. And in the studio, man, we have the Public Relations Department for the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. That's a mouthful. These ladies are going to be talking to us about Mississippi seafood, the marketing that goes behind it, some of the publications from the DMR that you may or may not be familiar with. It's going to be a great episode. But before we do that, before we jump into it, we have to thank the people that keep the lights on for us over here at the Brownwater Studio. Dr. Robbie Williams over at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man. They're located right here on Washington Avenue in Ocean Springs. If you're looking for a great local dentist, you can look them up on the socials, Facebook or Instagram. They are at Southern Magnolia Smiles. 2025, we got a couple more weeks left of it this year to brush your teeth.
To come up with a new one.
You better start working on it now. When you want to book that consultation with them, you can give them a shout at 228-215-1202 and tell them that Brownwater sent you. If you need legal representation yourself or someone you know, Taylor & Cox Law Firm is right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and they are ready to defend you. They are in Jackson County, George County, and Greene County. They specialize in felonies, misdemeanors, DUI, BUI, family law, divorce, child custody. Pretty much if you need to get into to the courtroom and win a case, they can represent you.
Yep.
So when you want to book that consultation, you can give them a call at 228-696-0111 and tell them you heard about them on the Brownwater Banter podcast. Maybe you're going to get a jump on the New Year's resolution. You're going to start in November. That's how we're going to have to.
It's not bulking season yet.
No. If you want to get moving around, feeling better about yourself and prioritizing your health, Forever Young Men and Women's Health is the one for you. So our buddy Kendrick right here in the photo. They are specializing in bringing medicine, health, and exercise together to help men and women live their best lives. So you can jump over to their Facebook page, give them a follow, check out some of their videos. They've got a lot of information on there. Kendrick is very knowledgeable in all things health and fitness. You can book a consultation with them. They'll draw some blood from you, do some lab work, see if you're vitamin deficient, hormone deficient. Like I always say, they specialize in testosterone replacement for both men and women, believe it or not. So go check it out. If it's something that you think you might could benefit from, give them a call at 228-363-6623. And again, tell them that Brownwater sent you. And bringing up the rear here, I'm going to flash this QR code on the screen. If you want to jump over to the Brownwater Banter shop and check out some of our new merch that we got our hats right here in the picture. One of our classic designs, the Brownwater Banter classic Richardson 112 with the leather patch on the front of it. Scan that QR code if you're on a TV, and it'll take you right to the shop. Browse around. It helps support the show, and we really appreciate it. Joey, how bad did I beat you on that?
Not that bad.
Not that bad? You ready to rock and roll? All right, let's see. And I even remember, let me do it real quick.
Put the thing back up.
Boom, got it right there.
Crest.
All right, got it. So now that we got all that out of the way, ladies, first of all, thank y'all for being here this evening and talking with us. We always like to intro the show. If you could introduce yourselves and then tell us what you do in the office that you work in, public relations. Whoever wants to go first.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll go first. My name is Charmaine Schmermund. I'm the Public Affairs Director for the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. I handle everything from media relations and working on publications, social media, taking photos, the website. We work in tandem a lot with everything, and so I do a lot of outreach events, like coordinating those.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Getting the message out.
She's the lady that sends us all the other guests as well.
That's right.
So,
that's what I was saying. We always see your name on the emails.
Yeah.
Joey deals with mostly that, but it's good to finally meet you and have you in the studio.
Absolutely.
Francesca Linthicum, and I'm the marketing manager. I do a lot of the design for all of our publications. I also do manage social media. Like she said, we work in tandem on a lot of stuff. So you'll see us out at outreach events. We also do Mississippi seafood marketing.
Okay. I always know it's going to be a good show when the guest brings bullet points typed out. So y'all get ready because it's going to be a good one. I know one of the things, and we can start wherever y'all want. I know recently on, I believe it was Facebook, might have clicked on your website. I can't remember, but I didn't realize that y'all had a magazine. I think that's pretty cool. So maybe we could start there and talk about that. Because I don't know, hopefully people know about it, but if they don't, I'm assuming it's chock full of a bunch of stuff that's specific local right here. And that is exactly the photo that I saw, because I was like, damn, that's flash that to the camera right there. There we go. Yeah. And it's really cool. So let's start there. That's a physical magazine, obviously, but it's a digital magazine as well.
Correct.
Okay.
So we put this out quarterly. We have our staff submit articles, and it basically highlights what's going on in our agency, whether it's research based, workshops that we're having, just pretty much anything our agency is doing and what our staff is doing. The whole purpose is just to highlight our staff, because a lot of people don't know what they're doing day to day.
Right.
And so that's what this magazine does. We put this out at bait shops
Okay.
because that's kind of our target audience.
Right.
The anglers.
Y'all at Ocean Springs Marine Mart?
Oh,
Yes.
Mr. Kenny?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Academy or
Mhm.
Academy.
Yeah,
Yep.
Academy.
Both of them.
So
Okay. So what I was going to say was, do y'all have, you said, is it a staff of writers or is it just anybody that works at the DMR?
It's our staff who are writing those articles.
Okay. So they have other
Everybody.
jobs, but they
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
volunteer to do that.
Do
right,
articles.
like
Oh,
it's
wow.
our biologists.
Okay.
They're highlighting what they do
Right.
basically in this, and like any projects that they might be working on. And it might not even be just necessarily what they're doing, but like there's information on permitting, because people need to know information about permitting. So it's not in every issue, but like, I mean, you can find it going back like one or two, anything about coastal resources, fisheries, the Great Barrier,
like
Triple
And this
tail.
shit- yeah.
Yeah. Big triple tail.
Yeah, it's really well done. I was flipping through the digital. I think it was that exact one right there, but the digital version of it. The photography in there is amazing. It looks like it's very well written. So, are you over putting all that together?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's that. I've done that before, and that's a lot of work.
It's
Yeah.
quite an
Yeah,
undertaking.
it is
yes.
very much. Yeah, so quarterly, I guess that's a little bit better than monthly to have to deal with.
It
but
is.
Yeah,
It is. And, before we had like Shrimp and Crab had their newsletter that they would put out. And then we'd have, Finfish would have their newsletter. So historically, everybody kind of did their own. So now we've kind of combined it into one
Consolidated.
nice magazine.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
used
we
to
can put it out.
exist, didn't it?
This used to,
before us, it was a magazine, or maybe not
Really?
a magazine, but it was a newsletter that existed before over a decade ago. And
Okay.
somebody used to put it out, and it kind of just went away. And then our chief scientific officer wanted a resurgence of it, and so for the past few years, we've been doing it.
That's awesome.
that's killer.
Because I remember that there was kind of like a black hole where the DMR didn't say anything or put anything out. You couldn't even get to the DMR, and now it's opening up, and you got that coming out, and the other book coming out. There's a lot of information going out there as well.
Yeah, one of the things that we've learned from doing these episodes with DMR is exactly how much y'all do. We've said it on the show before many times. It's like you see the law enforcement side of it
Mhm.
mostly,
That's what
right?
everybody thinks.
And that's
of.
what I
Yeah,
kind of think that that's all that goes on to the
Mhm.
DMR. But it's we've learned that again just through doing these shows, and it's like it's way more than that. So
Mhm.
it's good to have that resource there to kind of condense everything down and get it out to the public. And again, it's digital too, right? So it's free on your computer. Just go to the website, look it up, and flip through it.
Right. And we have every single issue that we've ever published. And so you could always go back to previous issues and read those articles as well.
Yeah.
Who does your photography? Or y'all have somebody in house that does it?
So, yes, some of our staff, they do submit the photography.
Right.
And then we go out and we take a lot.
If they need us to go out, we'll do it.
Yeah, that's
Really?
that's good.
So y'all are you taking some of those photos right
yeah,
there?
both of us.
Oh, show us
So-
which one. Show me one. I
Oh,
want
I
to
don't
see.
know.
Who took the cover? That one's really like super
So-
impressive. Obviously, it's a drone.
Drone, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of it also, we have a calendar contest yearly.
Okay,
And
people
so,
submit.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we have a stock of photos from the public that we're able to repurpose in some
Okay.
of these publications.
We did that a little bit on our. I guess it was on the website. We had people submit stuff. Remember? And
Yeah,
kind of
like
do like contest
Speckled
giveaways and stuff
trout,
like that. To see who could
redfish,
give us the
something
best
like that.
photos. Yeah. So what else? Where can we start on that on those bullet points over there? What do y'all do a lot? So let's break it down.
So if we want to segue into the calendar contest,
I
because
would
that's
say so.
something that we've
perfect.
recently
Mhm.
putting out.
Yeah. So the calendar is, I don't know if y'all have ever heard people talk about our calendar, but we hear a lot about our calendar probably since September.
Okay.
We get lots of phone calls. When is the calendar coming out? It comes out at the same time every year. It's mid-December.
My grandma used to give me that for one of my Christmas presents.
The DMR
was
calendar?
A DMR
There you go.
calendar.
And we hear about that
Thanks,
too.
Grandma.
Like,
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
Grandma.
one year it came after Christmas, and we had people not very happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
But like so we put on the back of it, we don't have a copy of it, but on the back of it is elected officials. So if it's an election year, it runs a little bit later, because if there's a runoff or anything like that, then
Right.
it could
Yeah.
push it just a little bit. But in December it comes out. We have a press release that we send out that has different businesses and organizations all across the coast where people can go pick them up, because we try to make it as convenient as possible. Then the bait shops have it. And so it's a great publication. I mean, people love it. We print 10,000 every year. And
Wow.
I mean, as soon as they come in, they
Gone.
are right back out. Like, I mean, and we're done with them by March. And so they're all gone. The calendar contest is something we really enjoy, and we have a lot of people who enjoy doing it.
Right.
And so we really appreciate like getting to see different aspects that we wouldn't normally see with recreational fishing, commercial fishing, anything like that. And then we get to repurpose the photos. And so, it's great for our website. It's great for other things. This is a calendar contest entry. I mean, it's just, we definitely love the opportunity for people to submit photos to us that we can use just to kind of showcase anything going on the coast.
And some of them are amateur photographers. Not everybody's a professional photographer.
Right.
Just a cell phone.
Yeah.
Just a snapshot.
Well, especially with now cell phones,
Right.
like the newer ones, they take pictures at high resolution.
Yeah,
so
right.
people, submit those. So I would say a lot of the submissions are amateur photographers.
Right. And they just go to your website and there's a link that you submit it. How's the voting done?
So how we typically do it is in August or September. I think it's late August. I'll put out a press release just saying, hey, it's time for the calendar contest. And then we keep a spreadsheet of all the people who have entered before. And then I just send an email out to them and I'm like, hey, it's that time. And then everybody just starts sending in all their photos. And so we get pushes on social media. I think like South Mississippi Living promoted it, which was really great.
Sweet,
And I think that kind of gave us a really good push. And so we really appreciate anybody kind of like just getting it out there because you never know what you're going to get with it.
Right.
All they do is email it to us. We do have on the press release like kind of how we want it because sometimes people don't realize when they submit photos with the calendar, it's wider.
You gotta be sideways, not up and down.
But then sometimes we get really great images like this. We can use it for this kind of cover. So really, like for the calendar itself, we specify the horizontal and like kind of like the DPI and everything like that with it. But they just email it to our public affairs at dmr.ms.gov. And that's just where it goes. And then I sit there and I just log all of them and how many. I mean, we have some people who submit like upwards of 40 to 60 photos. Like
they're trying to get in there.
Yeah,
trying to get that calendar.
So we'll print them all out and then we have a committee that looks over them and then they kind of cull them down to their top choices.
Right.
And then the executive director also gets in there and he looks at them as well and votes on what he wants.
He's got the big vote.
Yeah.
He's got the big
tiebreaker. Even
He's
there's no
got the
tie.
big vote.
You try to differ it up too for every month. Like you don't want them to all to be commercial or all recreational. So it's like you try to like show the different aspects. We get a lot of wildlife photos too, which are great and they're beautiful, but you don't want it to all be birds. So it's just like, so it just depends. And then sometimes, the committee has to put some that are similar next to each other and just kind of decide from there.
This might sound stupid, but I've said stupid stuff before, but is there only 12 photos that make it into it? Or do you have the ability to put other photos in there some kind of way?
So it's 13 because you get the cover. And so you got the cover, which is kind of a big deal too. But then you've got the 12 months. But what we do is we take one photo, like the best photo from every person that submitted, and we have a collage in the back. And so the collage has their name and just shows their photos. So, I mean, it's not that small, but I mean, it's a good bit of photos. And then we also highlight our employee photos in there as well, because we get employees who submit. And so then there's one page of employee photos. And sometimes we have an employee who gets a feature. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, y'all are on the water pretty much every day. So y'all see a whole
opportunity, a lot of opportunity there.
No doubt.
Is there sponsorship stuff in there? Like, can businesses advertise in there, or is it strictly okay? Yeah, that's actually
that's better. Yeah. Then you ain't got no swing.
It's legit. That's
right.
legit. Just the calendar.
It has the saltwater fishing records, and we highlight like 4 photos from throughout the past year that that had records, and then we have
tide
tides on every day,
right?
And then artificial reefs has information in there,
and then the sunrise and sunset times.
What about the fishing like seasons? Do y'all have that like kind of like grade where they're at?
We don't have that in there, so those change probably.
That's probably
so it's just like we
crazy.
can't really put that.
By the time you printed it would already be changed.
Snapper season in there. It's like just one day.
Yeah. If you did that people would be ripping it up.
This wasn't accurate. Yeah. But no, so y'all do a ton of stuff there through the public relations. What else we got? I see something over there. What is that? What is that fish on there? Yeah.
So we have our saltwater fish identification guide.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all have seen this before.
I have not. No.
It pretty much highlights our marine fish, the popular ones down here.
Okay.
So that people and their illustrations. An ex-employee. He was a director of marine fisheries. He retired and he drew all this beautiful artwork and colored it in. Yes, with color pencil. So we've been able to use that. We kind of give a description of each species. And so that way people can put this in their tackle box. And if they catch something, they're like, what is it? And they can identify it.
Right. Is that the same as the rest of them? These are out at bait shops and stuff like that? Because I've never seen that one.
No, that one's not. But like whenever we're at events and stuff like that, it's definitely something we put on the table. Or you could come by our offices and get it. But those would probably be hard to keep stock.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at that.
It's like the fishing rulers and the trash stickers, all
or
that
the big
stuff.
poster board too the big poster that they put out.
Yeah, and that's what this artwork comes from.
Okay,
it's just a kind of condensed,
smaller,
yeah, because that poster's huge.
Yes. I got it in my classroom. I got the salt water and then I got the fresh water, and like kids just walk by and like they see them pointing like, I caught that one. I caught that one. That one. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, y'all need to check that one out if you haven't seen that one before and go track them down and try to find one.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you mentioned that y'all handed out at events. Y'all do a lot of events, right?
Like the deep sea fishing rodeo, we'll have these at those outreach events. A lot of like fishing focus outreach events. Sometimes
or seafood. We got the seafood festival as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And that, when I saw it, y'all were cruising the coast, right? Yeah. So you had a booth, you had visors going out, you had all your propaganda going out, anything you wanted to see.
Well, and that was mostly the Mississippi seafood stuff.
Okay.
And so we were really pushing that and trying to get that out there. Cruising the coast is a big undertaking. So on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Monday and Tuesday in Gulfport at Cruise Central, and then on Wednesday at the Biloxi event, we gave out shrimp. Like our cooking team, they boiled up shrimp.
Yeah, and it was a little toothpicks.
It ended up being 1,000 pounds of shrimp over the 3 days. And so, and then on Thursday and Friday at 3 different locations, we gave out the visors and stuff like that. But whenever we were in Biloxi, it was kind of a mix of both. We did shrimp plus the visors, and it was, so it's a lot.
Yeah. You mentioned the seafood stuff. That's another good segue. We've talked about this on the show before. I forget which guest and what office they were from, but one of the big pushes that I guess is it the DMR specifically y'all are trying to do is to label what's local and what's not when it comes to what restaurants are selling. Is that correct?
So our executive director, Joe Spraggins, is on the Mississippi Seafood Task Force, marketing task force, and that group is kind of responsible for determining, how does the seafood need to be labeled for menus or restaurants and stores and all that.
He actually mentioned that. That's what it was when he was on last time.
So, so he's on that, and they meet monthly, and they're just, going over everything because legislation, they went through it, and now they have to decipher kind of like how exactly is this correctly being done. And we're not enforcing anybody. The DMR and agriculture and commerce are not enforcing anybody at this time, but it's kind of a transition period to give them the opportunity to make any changes because it costs money to print menus or do anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of educating people at this point and just giving them the opportunity to make the changes that they need to make.
Yeah. And for the laymen who didn't see that show, it's talking about imported versus local. So if you go to a restaurant, you want a shrimp po' boy, it needs to be either labeled imported or what's the word? Domestic.
It's domestic or imported.
Domestic or imported. Yeah.
And I feel like I've seen that on some menus here recently.
Oh yeah, I have too. Yeah. So, I just saw it the other night.
Yeah. And everybody's, I'm sure, heard the scandal that went down not too long ago about it not being labeled appropriately at different places, but
it needs to be. I mean, with all the imports coming in, especially the local guys and gals that are doing it, oysters, seafood, shrimp and all that stuff, they're taking a beating because of all the imports, and we need to turn that around for sure.
Yeah, or like you say though, label it appropriately, and if you have to upcharge for it, let's see what people are willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? I know I don't mind.
I'll pay an extra $1 for $2 for shrimp out of the Gulf rather than from wherever it comes from.
That's right. There's no doubt about that. So go ahead.
And we've already seen people like rolling it out in grocery stores. I was in Sam's the other day, and it's not just about Gulf seafood, like Mississippi seafood. They have to label anything like snow crab legs. Those don't come from the Gulf, but they have to label whether it's domestic or imported. And I've already seen that in a lot of grocery stores and a lot of menus.
Well, you brought up the Mississippi seafood. Is that kind of like a separate thing?
So the Mississippi Seafood Marketing Program falls underneath our office, and it's kind of just a program that the DMR manages. And our goal with that is to promote the consumption and sale of Mississippi seafood, like people buying it, people eating it, whether it's at a retailer or a restaurant. So we're just trying to educate people on what the difference is between local and what it does. Like it gives back to your local fisher families, you know? So it's supporting everybody on the coast.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
It's such a big thing for the local community here on the Gulf Coast because we've said it 1,000 times on the show. I mean, we used to be the seafood capital of the world in the 60s, right here in little old Biloxi, Mississippi. You know what I mean?
Remember the big pictures of the oyster shells?
Yeah,
50 foot tall.
and everything. I mean, all the photos we've shown on here, from charter boat captains to just recreational guys coming back with loads of fish on their boat, to the old schooners that were just completely loaded with shrimp, and they were exporting all that stuff. Not quite the case now, but they're still very much out there, but it's a different world. It's a different economy, global market. They're competing with, stuff that's been caught in other countries and then shipped over here. And it's like, that can be cheaper, but what actually are you eating? You know what I mean? I'm sure it's shrimp, but how was it grown? Was it raised in a pond? Was it,
you see all
how was it handled getting over here?
Yeah, the videos of where it's just a dirty, like a pool.
Right.
And they're just jumping shrimp out of it. And it's like, that's what you're eating. I'd rather pay my $2 and get it straight from off the boat.
Yep. Those people around here are working hard to get that. God knows prices aren't going down as far as expenses. No. But what they can sell them for hadn't changed in years. So I'm sure y'all are familiar with that.
Yeah. And it supports a culture that goes really far back in Mississippi. And so it's just kind of knowing that you can support people who have been doing this for a long time. Their families have been doing it for a long time. And we want to do that. And I mean, the thing is, though, you don't want to necessarily eat seafood. You want to know where it comes from. And that's what the seafood labeling law does. I mean, it doesn't necessarily deter it, but hopefully it helps people to support.
Yeah. Like you say, inform the consumer, let them know what they're actually buying. If they want to have that, then that's fine. If they don't, also fine too.
Y'all also have a Mississippi seafood cook-off, right? Is that correct? Y'all want to get a job into that?
So the marketing program, we do a lot of stuff under that program. The Mississippi Seafood Cook-Off is one of those. And the purpose of that is just to kind of highlight chefs who are using Mississippi seafood in their restaurants. So May is when the seafood contest, the cooking contest, is. And we have about, how many did we have this last year?
I think we had seven
chefs, anywhere from Oxford down to the coast, who compete. And they're
all throughout the state. And so they basically apply to compete. And it's just really a great event. So we actually partner with the Gulfport Chamber. They do their Taste, Rattle, and Roll. And so for the past, I don't know how many years, 4 or 5 years, we've been kind of under their event, but like featuring ours within it. And so it's been a really great partnership. And so we have chefs who come from all over the state. They cook their dish. We have 3 judges, and it's just a really great time, and it kind of gives them a good way, if they haven't competed before, a good way to kind of understand what's going to happen in the national competition, because what's going to happen is if you win, you're going to go compete for the national title in New Orleans, and that's in August. And they actually spend that time from like May to August, like trying to hone in on their recipe. You have to submit your recipe for both ours and the national competition. And they try to like really, and you have to practice your time, like, because you don't want to serve your food too cold, too hot. Like you have to time it. So they're practicing their dish continually, trying to get it just right. And then they have a sous chef. So, I mean, their sous chef has to know what they're doing. Like, it's
like chopped.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they have a specific amount of time that they have to prepare. How many? Like 4 dishes.
30 minutes left. They
so
see everybody
it's very intense.
It's
It's very intense. And then we have 3 judges, and then they have like a presentation. So they're essentially preparing 4 dishes within.
Is it 50 minutes or
50
60?
minutes? Yeah, it's like, I think 50 minutes.
Yeah. And it's all that has to be Mississippi seafood.
Yes.
Yeah. And like it says here, king or queen. So you could be the king of seafood in Mississippi if you win that contest, right? Or the queen.
For an
that's
entire
a bragging
year.
right.
Yeah. Austin Summerall with White Pillars won it once. And then he also won in...
he won the Great American Seafood Cook-Off
in New Orleans. So he competed against nationally against like our coastal states, our Gulf states, and then even from Alaska, anywhere as far as Alaska and down here.
And Guam. We've had
Guam there. Yeah.
Did y'all get him a sweet king?
We did get a crown.
And then like the previous king or queen crowns them, and so it's kind of
like it's a formal ceremony.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Last year we had so this year we've got Chef John Davis from Oxford City Grocery. He's our current reigning winner, and then Chef Erica Leip. Last year she competed in nationals and she won 2nd place,
and she was our first queen of Mississippi seafood. And we've been doing this for many years, and so to have. That was a big deal for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about this too before. It's like we take it for granted, the ease of access that we have to like amazing seafood. I don't never, and I'm guilty of it myself. I don't notice it until I go like on a vacation or out of town somewhere, and you realize like, oh man, I can go 10 minutes from my house and get fresh, never frozen shrimp. And here, you know, wherever you're at, it's like they can't do that here. You know,
well, you look at like other restaurants that have oysters on the menu, and it's like market price. Well, market price in Tennessee, you know,
right,
$50 a daggum dozen oysters.
And again, how long did it take it to get there, frozen or not? You know, it's like it's a lot. So
yeah, 100%.
What else you got over that phone, Joe?
No, I'm just looking at I'm looking over here. I'm looking at the notes. Y'all do a lot of stuff with schools and libraries, I'm guessing. So if I were at school, y'all come there and do like a little in general field trip. Yeah,
whatever it is that you want, because we have, you know, with our magazine, we've got a full range of employees that you would see, whether they're biologists, law enforcement, or anything like that. So on our website, there's an outreach tab, and so like you just click that, and then there's an outreach form, and we go to Touch a Trucks. Our Marine Patrol brings a boat, and we'll go to stuff like that.
Yeah.
We go to schools, libraries, any community events like that where people request us to be there, and so you just submit your outreach form and just let us know, and we try to work it out to be wherever we can. I mean, we try to educate people in any way possible, and so it's kind of a big deal for us to have our employees out there.
And so the outreach form is also for the Mississippi Seafood Marketing Program. So if there's an event and, you know, you want to highlight Mississippi seafood, we do sponsorships sometimes, like for shrimp. We have our cooking team who does go to some of these bigger events, and they'll boil shrimp. So kind of like they did at Cruising the Coast.
Right.
So
that's pretty killer. Y'all did 1,000 pounds. That's a lot of shrimp.
And it wasn't even enough.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
In Biloxi, it ran out a little faster than we were expecting. So we actually needed a couple hundred more.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea for the next Sheep's Head Showdown.
Fishing
tournament. Yeah, that
come
would be killer.
And do some boiled shrimp.
Yeah,
I'm not going to argue against that.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure. You did mention the website. I dropped the link to your website in the comments right now. So it's msseafood.com. Is that correct? Can you break down a little bit? And I'll try to screen share this real quick. What's on your website and kind of how y'all use that to disseminate information?
Yeah. So the retailers, wholesalers, there's a wholesaler tab, there's a retailer tab, and then the restaurant tab. And that is purely an opt-in program. So it's not like we're going to these places and we're doing enforcement. We have them fill out a form, and you can see it on there.
Right.
It's an online form, and they say our restaurant serving blue crab or finfish, or we're selling that. And so then we can put that on there, and so that way we can market them on our website and any events that we're at. Like Cruising the Coast, we had this list out there because people would come up and they'd be like, oh, we want to know where we can buy shrimp. So we send them to the docks. We give them the address. It's on our website. Or you could go to any of these retailers. So it's just another platform for...
I think it's killer.
I'm looking at this shrimp.
Shrimp
with crab meat. And it took me a second to get there. Asparagus, and it's over a piece of fish. So, I mean, that's just...
So there's also recipes on there, and people locals submitted those recipes. We had a recipe contest several years ago, and people submitted their recipes. And so a lot of those are just local. Recipes. At the top, there's a link.
What do you have to have?
You just have to serve blue crab, finfish, oysters, or shrimp that are from Mississippi to qualify for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of quickly.
And it's kind of the honor system. Like you're opting in, you're telling us what you're serving. That way, you know, if anybody
better not be playing around.
This is the age of social media. Don't be lying. Don't be lying because you will get burned. So that's pretty killer though. That's pretty killer. I'm kind of scrolling through and just kind of looking. Y'all got all the way up to Jackson.
Yeah.
Madison. Macomb. Okay, so it ain't just the coast. Either.
Right. It's the entire state.
The whole state. Yeah.
Wow. That's legit.
Cool. With the holidays coming up, what else y'all got on the radar? Anything?
No, with the holidays.
got the calendar coming up, and then after the New Year's.
When's the calendar going to drop? Did we already say that?
Mid-December.
We just say
December, okay.
mid-December because the printer just depends on when it comes in, and then
Okay.
trying to get it out there. So we always just tell people mid-December.
Not a specific date, just
Yeah, if it comes
Yeah.
out earlier than that, great. If
Yep.
not, then but the crazy thing about the calendar though is just like we've got people who, how I said we had different sites and everything across the coast. People are already calling those sites, and then those sites call us and they're like, "Hey, when is it coming in?" And it's just like my answer every year is always just mid-December. Just tell people mid-December. That's
That's
really
right.
that's the
Because they
best
can't
we
hold you
could
to
do.
it. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't say the 15th. I didn't say the 20th.
so-
Yeah.
Mid-December.
The first, second, third, or fourth month
Yeah.
a week in
Yeah, there's
December.
one of the 4 weeks in
Yeah,
December. We'll definitely have it
we'll
out
get
for
it out
sure.
there.
Unless it's in January.
What you got over there? I see
We
you-
do have a workshop coming up.
Okay.
It is the Sports Fish Restoration Angler Workshop, and this is on our Facebook.
It's a big triple tail.
Yeah, so there are sports fish restoration projects that Finfish does, and that's funding from Sports Fish Restoration. And so what they're doing is they're talking about all of these projects, the results. Some of the topics include triple tail movement,
Right.
cobia movement, shark depredation in the Gulf of America. So Mississippi State speakers, USM speakers, and speakers from our agency will be there. And then they're going to have a Q&A roundtable.
Yeah.
So that's going to be December 4th at 5:30 at the Maritime and Seafood Museum. Food and drink will be provided.
And what is
There it is.
what
Yeah.
is y'all specific Facebook page again? I'm gonna see if I can't pull it up real quick.
It's
Is it just /MDMR?
it's /MDMR.
Okay.
like facebook.com/MDMR.
Oh, MDMR. Okay, let me see if I can find that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. So we talked earlier, like y'all are the entire department. There's nobody else but y'all, right? How's that like working, bouncing ideas off of each other?
It's always busy. Sometimes a lot of work gets taken on the road whenever we're having to run around to take photos and stuff like that. Yesterday, I was at the Lyman Aquaculture Hatchery.
Oh yeah.
We had the Ocean Springs High School aquaculture program out there doing a field trip. So I was out there taking photos of them because it's always great to have photos like that,
Right.
whether we just post something on Facebook or use it down the line. I mean, somebody could use it for a story in the future. So it's just like, not everybody, has the time to take photos. So they just reach out to us and they're like, hey, can you just come to this, come to whatever it is that we're doing and just take some photos for us and everything like
Yeah.
that. We had Pathways to Possibilities.
That's cool.
That was
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
Coliseum.
Yeah, that was just the junior high kids, like 7th, 8th grade.
Exactly. So we had marine science. We were in the marine science for our biologists. Our artificial reef program was over there. And then we were over at law enforcement as well and had a Marine Patrol officer over there. So it's just like we try to be at everything that we can be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the message out.
Yeah,
Getting the
100%.
message out. They got to support that local stuff.
That's right.
I love it. What else? You got anything else on that bullet points over there, Joey, on your phone?
My phone went to sleep.
Oh.
We had all the bullets.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Anything else? I see some handwritten stuff over there.
I
Did you
mean,
get to
with-
the handwritten stuff.
Got to get those
So-
bullets. Yeah.
That's the one I want to know.
Yeah.
about.
Well, it's just so I can remember a few things. But like with the workshops and classes, we have that. So it's also on our outreach on our website. So our website is a good resource for information for anybody. I mean, whether you want to go there and, check out the Go Fishing tab if you want to start fishing or you are into fishing or anything like that. I mean, if you're a retailer or restaurant, you want seafood labeling law stuff. I mean, that's all on there.
Right.
And then our outreach is a lot of what we do, but like our publications that we have, they're all on there digitally,
Yes.
not even just the magazine. Like, I mean, we've got rules and regulations. We've got the fish ruler. We've got everything. The calendar even goes
Right.
on there. There are great resources for teachers.
Are you talking right now specifically the MS seafood or
No,
the DMR?
the DMR website.
It's we have some
Yeah.
of their the links in our app, linked in our app.
Okay.
The fish rules and all that.
Oh
other
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Okay.
So like people like whenever they want to, they might be anywhere in the state or anything like that, and they want one of our coloring books or something like that. I always tell them you can go to our publications because I mean we can't ship anything,
Right.
like a big box of coloring books, but you can go on there and just print the one page that you want for your lesson or anything.
That's cool.
So we try to put all of our resources on our website, and then we promote it on our social media and everything. And so, whether it's a workshop or any of our publications, or you want us to come out to your school or your event or anything like that, you can find everything on our website. And
Okay. Yeah, and the website she's talking about, I just dropped it in the comments again. It's dmr.ms.gov. So we've shared that before
Yeah.
too, whatever. But that's kind of your treasure trove of what the DMR is doing there. So like you mentioned, regulations, fish sizes, to all the other stuff that I didn't even know
Anything
was
you
on there.
need.
Yeah. That's a lot of stuff.
One other thing that I want to bring up, talking about events and everything. So we have the Mississippi Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo, but we also have the Celebrate the Gulf Marine Education Festival, and that's in the spring. It's tied into Art in the Past in Pass Christian. They have Art in the Past is 2 days, but our Celebrate the Gulf Marine Education Festival is only on the Saturday. And it's just a really great event where we bring all these different organizations, schools, groups, to basically exactly that, marine education. And so kids get art opportunity to kind of see things. There is it an art contest?
We have, and we're probably going to push it out pretty soon because they start planning like in the next month. So we start planning pretty early. Celebrate the Gulf is typically in April, first weekend of April, right? And so in that we have like a t-shirt art contest for students. We also have, I'm sorry, not for students, for anybody.
Right.
And then we also have an art contest for students. And so we have 2 different contests. So that should be going out pretty soon. And then also too at the festival itself, they have like a lot of hands-on activities. All of our bureaus, pretty much all of our bureaus are there. So you'll see Shrimp and Crab there, like our biologists from there, teaching the kids about, coastal resources. We'll have shellfish there. So just lots of valuable information for kids. And it's just kind of a fun event for them.
Yeah. We don't ever go to Pass Christian or Bay St. Louis enough.
I don't. And definitely I don't in the past, but like Bay St. Louis a few times. And every time I go over there, I'm just like, damn, this place is so beautiful. It's past the same way. I just don't go there a lot, like you said. But
too far to drive.
Right. Yeah.
It's really not that far.
We stayed over there a few times, I think.
Well, you take the Amtrak now.
Yeah.
just jump on the train. Yeah.
Just get off at the first stop.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm here. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah. No, that's killer though. I like all the outreach stuff for sure, and all the local live events to get the message out and promote what y'all are doing and everything. Like I said, we've learned so much just from having these episodes to realize exactly what the DMR does. It's a lot of stuff, and you'll have a lot of offices, a lot of offices, a lot of scientists, a lot of biologists doing a lot of stuff, a lot of research.
Yeah, they're doing great things.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's honestly like that's part of our job that makes it really nice, is just getting to highlight people who don't typically get highlighted, getting to just really put out their stuff. Like they don't realize just how important it is or anything like that sometimes, and they don't, people don't see them, and so it's great to kind of highlight them, whether it's in a magazine or just on social media or anything like that.
Well, like the science behind everything too. Like I can remember, and even still probably do it myself, but like they put out these regulations. I made the joke about snapper season. I mean, it's easy to kind of be like, man, the DMR, they make these rules, nobody knows what's going on. It's like, but they're trying. I mean, I'm not saying they're right every time, but like they're at least basing it off of what they've seen and what they're looking at. They do that, so it's a lot of stuff. What else do we got? Did we cover everything?
What about Marine Discovery Day? So it's not even just on the coast. So we had the Marine Education Festival in April in Pass Christian, but we also started participating in what's called Marine Discovery Day, which is at the Mississippi Museum of Natural Science in Jackson. So it's kind of a way. We can't always go to events as the DMR around the state. I mean, it takes travel. Like we can't always just pay for somebody to stay overnight anywhere. So instead, they developed the museum, NRCSO, and some other organizations developed a plan to kind of like bring Mississippi State, USM, and the aquarium, I think sometimes goes. And so different organizations go up there, and there's just this one day where like people in and around Jackson can just come to the museum and just learn all about the coast, because we don't realize, because we're on the coast, that other people throughout the majority of our state don't even get to see the coast or know anything about it. And so we have our Shrimp and Crab Bureau and other offices. They'll go trawl like the day before, and then they'll bring up what they have, and they just put it in a tank so like the kids can see it. I think one year, not at this one, but at another event, they brought like a crab that was
it was molting.
And so it was just so like, it's people who don't get to see that regularly, and so it's so interesting to them.
It's crazy the amount of kids, like we live on the coast, so our kids have never never been out of Harrison County. So I'm sure there's kids up in Jackson like they live in Mississippi that've never seen the beach. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, even like just going to Hattiesburg, it's culturally just different there, right? It's only an hour and 15 minutes away from here. The Gulf Coast, the counties here on the coast, it's it is a lot different than the rest of the state. You know what I mean? It's a lot of spillover from New Orleans. It's a coastal county. It's just different than the rest of Mississippi. You know, they have their cool stuff and we have our cool stuff. So
we have cooler stuff though.
And a lot of them,
we're biased, obviously.
Like with the seafood, like with Mississippi Seafood Marketing, we go up there for Neshoba. Our cooking team does.
The county fair.
Yes.
Yes.
And so they go up there and they boil shrimp, and people get to come and taste the shrimp. And so it kind of gives them an opportunity to know what local shrimp tastes like if they haven't. And it gives us an opportunity to kind of promote that throughout the state.
Yeah.
That resource is here and to look for it. So through the DMR and through the marketing program, Mississippi Seafood Marketing Program, we do that throughout the state as well.
Yeah. We have a friend of ours who's from here, moved out of out of state. He's been in a few different states, but like he'll send us pictures anytime he runs across like some crawfish or something in a state that doesn't have crawfish.
Like $11 a pound, $15 a pound.
And I always send it. I'm like, man, don't tell them it's terrible. Tell people not to order that because we don't want the competition. You know, I don't want people buying our stuff. You know, but it's selfish. But you know, we got to get it out there, especially 100%. For the shrimpers. That's a whole different ball game. I feel like personally because you know they've been getting beat up for a while. Yeah.
Well, the price of diesel's going up 3 times. Yeah. And the price of shrimp hasn't moved in 50 years, you know what I'm saying? 40 years. It's crazy.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
One thing quick, how did y'all get associated with public relations with the DMR specifically? Like, how did that come about?
So with me personally, well, I started at USM on the coast. And so I've actually been in the public relations field for 20 years now.
Okay.
And so it's just like I've been doing it for a long time. And so I worked at USM for 8 years or so and then just wanted to try something different. This job came up and not this position, it was an event coordinator position. And so that's kind of where I got my foot in the door. And so that's
they took over the whole department.
Well, it's crazy how, you know, USM, Mississippi State, DMR, all of them, y'all collaborate together pretty well. Mm-hmm. Like y'all mix together and share ideas and throw stuff at other people. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
So I started at USM in Hattiesburg right out of college.
DMR poached everybody from USM, man.
The bird.
Yeah.
So I started off as a graphic designer and then moved into web design. And then I decided I wanted to come to the Gulf Coast campus. And so that's where we actually know each other. We go way back to USM on the Gulf Park campus. So then I joined that team. And then I ended up going solo for a while, and then she told me about a position that was coming up at DMR, and so I was like, okay, so
well, the thing that I've
been there since.
I was perplexed, like because I was always used to having an in-house graphic designer, and it's so nice. And so when we got there, they didn't have one, and you just kind of always had to like put all your publications out, and like a printer had to design it for you. And I was just like, but I like having somebody here. And so I kind of pitched. I was like, can we just have somebody? And so, you know, and then we put out the job and everything like that. And so that was back when our office had 4 people in it. And so, but like, I mean, she does a beautiful job. I mean, and it's just, I mean, I couldn't complain. Like, I mean,
and my job's kind of evolved from just graphic design to now web and social media. And so it's kind of like we both have our hands in everything, and we support each other a lot. So like,
and y'all get to have like meetings, just the two of y'all, where you decide like what we're going to focus on, what do we want to push, what do we want to promote, like that kind of stuff.
The small but mighty.
Yeah.
It's super fast paced. So we don't really have like branding meetings or like huge meetings where we get to go outside.
That's what I'm saying. So just shoot from the hip and let's go.
Yep.
What you think about this? I agree. All right, I agree too. Run it.
Got to move because social media. It moves fast, right? Like the media now in general, it moves quick. You got to get like stay on top of it.
Yes. And you know, our staff, they're really great about sending us content also. Like giving us ideas, telling us what they're going to do ahead of time. Like Michael Lee with aquaculture will be like, hey, we're doing this flounder release on this day and this day. Can y'all come out and take photos? If not, I'll take a few photos, send it to you so you can feature it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And to keep it up, because I like some of it's kind of nerdy that nobody wants to hear about, but you still need to have it. You still need to know the science behind it.
And a lot of the sciencey people that have came in here, they're like, I don't know how in the weeds you want to get with this, and I'm always like, let's get as deep as we can, because the nerdy stuff to me is what's the cool stuff.
But and sometimes they talk like really on another level, and so it's our job to kind of take that, disseminate it on our level.
Dumb that down just a little bit.
So sometimes, like with the workshop, I'll like, give me a summary of what this is about, and then I'll get an email, and I'm like,
18 big words that I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does this sound instead? And so Trevor will be like, yeah, that sounds great.
I'm glad you brought his name up because that's exactly what I was fixing to say. He'll come in here and he starts using all the acronyms,
Yes.
All the letters for it. And I'm like, Trevor, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Can you say it, like speak it out?
Layman's terms. They catch a lot of red snapper right here.
Yeah. And it's so many, like his specifically with Snapper, it's so many agencies and federal versus state versus, I'm like,
moving parts.
Slow down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, we've learned along the way, how to kind of condense what they say down for the public, like whether it's through press releases, anything like outreach, this magazine. So,
because sometimes you have to keep it brief. So
attention spans.
We only have this
gone.
much, so what can we do? So,
especially on social media.
And the first big word, I don't know. I'm skipping it.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
I'm out.
Yeah, 100%.
You're like so focused on the one word. You're like, I can't get past this.
Yep. I love what y'all are doing, man. I love that we do these episodes with DMR.
Yeah,
awesome. We have learned a lot. I hope the audience has learned a lot as well. And you can do a bunch of cool stuff, but if you don't get it out to the public, it's kind of meaningless and they don't know about it. So we love what y'all are doing. And the art, the magazine, it looks great. Like I said, that one popped up on my Facebook some kind of way, and I'm scrolling through and I'm like, wow, look at that. And I did not know y'all had a magazine. And we've been doing episodes with y'all for a while. So I was like, this is so cool. And I went through and kind of read some of the stuff and looked at the pictures. I'm like, this is really done well.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if we mentioned it earlier, but you can sign up to subscribe for it.
You can.
So it automatically just comes into your email.
Okay, that's even better. Yeah, because God knows all the stuff going on nowadays, and the algorithm, like it's directly to me, is a lot better than trying to find it.
What's the best way to contact y'all if I need to submit something or something like that?
I mean,
Facebook, email.
It all comes to us.
Okay, I was about to say,
I said earlier, public affairs at dmr.ms.gov. Like that comes to us. If you message
us on Facebook, that comes to us.
The DMR Facebook page.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, even Mississippi Seafood, that comes to us.
So y'all run everything.
So we run both aspects.
Yeah, just throw a message.
The contact form on the website that comes. Some of them come to us. Some of them come to our our receptionist, and then she'll send it on to us. So,
like, even if you go to
all roads lead to us.
If you go to our website and they have the list of all the people, like they have my information on it. Like it's just, you can find us. I feel like you could find us in any way possible. So.
Yeah, y'all are out there.
Yeah, and I mean we have our phone numbers and everything. Yeah. Everything's everywhere. Website. So
is the places that they can find those physical copies of stuff, is that listed on y'all's website somewhere?
It's not. So
you said bait shops and stuff like that.
Yeah, bait shops definitely get both of these, and then academies get coastal markers. Walmarts get these. We can't supply Walmarts with too many of these because these are such a beautiful. It's such a nice magazine, so it's like we wouldn't be able to print all that up and put that everywhere.
We try to target this one. This isn't like out to the masses. The digital one is, but like because we only print like a short number of these, we have to really specialize it. So so any bait shop across the 3 coastal counties and then the 2 academies.
Y'all deliver them to Mr. Kenny personally?
We do, yes.
Do you really?
I was the delivery,
If you find anywhere, like we are the people who are actually getting out, and then we just like load the vehicle down. So we try to do like one side of the coast and then the other side. So we're not doing everything in one day, but we'll load it up with these and the fish rollers and everything. And we're like, hey, what do you need besides this? And so they're like, I'm low on this and I'm low on that.
I'm gonna ask you one question.
Go ahead.
Who's the grumpiest person you ever ran into?
He means Mr. Kenny. That's what he's getting at.
They're all pretty friendly though. Like we'll walk in at first. So the biggest joke is when we first walk in, they're like, what do we do? Y'all aren't here to arrest us, are y'all? And we're like, we're not enforcement. We're the nice ones.
They're female. Yeah. If we walked in doing your same job, he'd tell us to kick rock.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's always been nice.
Oh yeah, makes total sense.
My girl's in the front seat. Y'all be bad. Y'all be bad. Y'all be bad. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
yeah, that's awesome. That makes me think of something like because since y'all run the Facebook page, right? And I know you did mention y'all don't like being in front of the camera too much before we went live, but like I'm seeing like a cell phone or GoPro maybe in the car as y'all drive around and deliver these magazines and talk about what's in the magazine to go out like as a reel or something on the DMR Facebook page, and your interaction with Mr. Kenny alone, that could be like your
Billions of
biggest
views,
thing online for sure. So anyway,
Well, sometimes too, whenever we have to utilize our staff to help deliver stuff. And so like Shrimp and Crab, they deliver like the stuff for our rules and regulations on occasion because they're already having to visit those places. But I will tell you that the biggest excitement that some of our staff have because they help us with the calendars is they actually look forward to delivering them because they said people light up as soon as they see them.
Oh, yeah,
because
cool.
they have been getting so many calls and they're just like, oh my gosh, you're finally here. And so it's just like, so they actually get really excited and they look forward to delivering calendars because they said people just light up whenever they come in.
Here, take them.
Yeah. Calendars are like our top publication. I feel like
that's
popular
so cool
one.
and like weird at the same time.
It is.
It doesn't make any sense. Like my grandma, until she passed away, put it in my stocking every year.
I was gonna say it kind of does make sense, I guess. If it's a tradition,
right?
Then people want it, you know. And like the digital age that we live in, there are still some things in print that are not going to go away. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, people have said that they cut the photos out and then they'll frame them afterwards. So.
I was just looking at your seafood website and that blue crab photo. I'm like, I would really like to have that photo. That's
pretty sweet.
Pretty bad.
Crab,
Yes. Like I don't know who took that, but dang, that's a good photo.
One. Yeah.
So, well, I think we've covered everything. Again, thank y'all for stopping by this evening on a Friday.
On a Friday
to come down here and do this. So
the
we
week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly.
Holiday weekend.
Exactly.
Well,
so
we appreciate y'all honestly and giving us this avenue for like letting us talk about not just us, but like letting our staff and everybody come on every month and talk about, you know, what they do, what's going on. And we really appreciate that. That's just a great opportunity.
Yeah. It's been a learning opportunity for us big time. And we've really enjoyed getting to know all of your people. Trevor has a special place in our heart because
he's always on the hot seat.
He's the snapper guy, which is like, y'all know, like that's the one
hot topic.
Woo, boy, it gets a little touchy on that one. So he comes in here and he's always got his facts.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about. So it makes our job on that one a lot easier too.
100%.
So, again, thank you for being here. Thanks everybody for watching on the lives and the replays. Download the Brownwater Banter app. Joe, you mentioned
it's got a lot of DMR links in there.
Absolutely. We got tides from them or something. It's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, all of the requirements, links, all the other stuff.
That's right. So if you go on the water, you don't have to have 15 websites you're going to. Just jump in the app, click right there. So if y'all keep